Hi there. So today I'm studying Psalm number 32, and this is the book that I'm using. And I want to dive into verse 7. It says in Hebrew, Ata seter li. It means you are a refuge to me. So what does the word refuge mean? So throughout King David's life, he had to run away and hide from many people who pursued him, including his enemies, but also his relatives. King Saul, who was his father-in-law, his wife's father, Michal's father, he wanted to usurp David's power, so he was one of the people who came after him. And if I'm not mistaken, one of his sons also tried, I think Avshalom, tried to come after him for the kingship. So King David is praising God for being his safe haven, so to speak. So the word seter in Hebrew is spelled Samech Taf Resh, and it's an acronym for Samech means sof, which is the end of something, and Taf is toch, which means the middle. Toch means inside something. Rosh is the beginning. Rosh means head. It means the start of something. So in order for something to be true, it has to be true from the beginning to the end and all throughout the middle. It says here that this alludes to God's attribute of truth, a quality that is consistent and uncompromising in its every manifestation from beginning to end. So the Hebrew word for truth is emet, and it's spelled Aleph Mem Taf. So Aleph is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, Mem is the middle letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and you guessed it, Taf is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, for those of you who are paying attention, because we had a Taf before. So emet is, again, from the beginning to the end and the middle, the truth is the truth. So something cannot start off as a lie and end up as the truth. Likewise, it might, something like deception a lot of times is when something starts off being true, or there's a little bit of truth into it, but then it gets twisted and contorted, and at the end it's not true. So then that makes that thing false as well, because something that is true with a capital T, or that is the truth, it must be true from the beginning to the end and in the middle. It cannot stop being true. That's the definition of truth, is that it maintains its integrity. Okay, so the last thing I want to speak about is the positive attitude, which comes from verse 10. He who trusts in God is surrounded by kindness. A positive attitude is potent. It determines how God behaves towards us. If we place our trust in God, we are guaranteed that we will be surrounded by kindness. A morose and despairing disposition, however, is detrimental to our spiritual and material lives. That's from the Baal Shem Tov. So when people are constantly seeing things through a lens of gloom and doom, negativity, we all know people that complain, especially if you have teenagers. Hopefully it's just a phase and they get past that. But it's very, very important to be positive and optimistic. That draws more blessing to us in our lives and more positive people. So in this spirit, the Tzemach Tzedek declared, think good and it will be good. And that was often repeated by Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak of Lubavitch. Actually, it's been attributed to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, but we see that it actually came much earlier from his predecessors. But the importance is to always have a positive and optimistic frame of mind. So for today, I want the take-home message and the actionable to be regardless of what's going on, to still maintain hope and faith and think good thoughts and surround yourself by positive people and just maintain that positivity regardless of what's going on in the world or in your home or in your personal life, because that is how we get through victoriously and triumphantly, is when we look at the blessing and the lesson within any and every situation. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.